Hey guys, Coach Santiago here with another tip for parents out there looking at making some decisions on where their son or daughter is going to be playing their respective sport next year. So, some of the things that, a lot of the frustrations that I hear about with the parents that I work with on an individual basis are just kind of buyer's remorse, where they come into a situation they thought they were going to get one thing and they end up getting another thing. And we're talking anything from, travel sports to college sports. I hear it again and again and again and again. And the reason they feel so emotional about it is, they're spending a lot of money to participate in these things. And maybe you're spending a lot of money on your son or daughter's respective sport. So I wanted to give you guys some quick tips on some things you guys can do to help your chances of making a more sound decision. Number one, you got to understand program versus family goals. Okay, every program out there that's being run all over the world has goals. What are those goals? You need to find out what those goals are by asking some questions, maybe paying attention to what they've done in the past, maybe asking them about what they're going to do in the future. Find out where that bus is going before you decide to get on it. And at the same time, you have to know what the family goals are. What exactly are you looking to get out of this next season of competition or training or whatever the case might be? You have to have some specific goals. And then what you want to do is compare the two goals. Where's the bus going? And is that bus going in the right direction to meet my goals as a family? If we start to ask questions, analyze it from that particular perspective, our chances of successfully making a good decision and being in a program that we're going to stay with for a while are drastically improved. The next thing is ask quality questions. Don't ask questions like, hey, what's this cost? Can you show me your schedule? What tournaments are you going to? Who else is on the roster? Those questions matter. Okay, I'm not going to say that they're stupid questions because they're not. But is that really going to impact your son or daughter personally? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'd much rather you ask more important questions. For example, hey, I see on your website that you have a great player development program. Can you share with me what that looks like? How do you guys actually develop players on a day in, day out basis? I'd love to find out. And listen to the feedback. Get some specific answers to something like that where it's really going to show you before you part with your credit card number or cash or check, whatever it is you're spending, that you've got some data to look at and really build a sound decision on. Okay? The last thing is learn and grow from your last experiences. Before you go talk to a new coach, especially if you're coming from a bad situation, don't just follow the ambulance and follow what everybody else is doing. Take a minute to say, man, I thought this was the right decision. It wasn't the right decision. And what did I do based on my results here? What could I have done? What didn't I do? Learn from that before you go to the next coach or the next program and think about getting involved in their program. A lot of times people they're so mad about one situation, they just simply want to put a different uniform on or a different jersey on, and they make another bad decision. Then it starts to compound, and then the athlete loses interest in the program, and we end up in a really bad situation. And sometimes I've even seen players quit playing a sport they love to play and probably are talented enough to play it at the next level, whatever that next level might be, simply because they're sick of the drama. So focus on the data that you may have been able to pull from your last situation, learn from it, admit your mistakes, we all make them, and grow as you're going forward to your next program so that you make sure that you're asking the right questions, you're doing the right things that you need to do for your family, and you're investing your money, you're not spending it. Biggest thing I always tell parents who work with me is we want to get to a point where we're investing our money. We will be getting a return, a substantial return on our investment on my most prized possession, which is my child. I want to make sure they're growing in all areas. So ask the right questions and go from there. Always a pleasure to give you guys these tips. As you guys see, my numbers listed below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I'd love to see if I can help your family through this process. And remember, coaching is an action, not a position.